From being on the margins of the India story, the Northeast is quickly becoming one of the country's growth engine, and Meghalaya is not even far behind. How far has the state come since 2014 when the Modi-led government came into power? And has the government been able to transform successfully this once overlooked region into a hub of entrepreneurship, connectivity, and strategic relevance? Well, let's find out. I'm Aaron Lingdo. Please welcome my special guest on this broadcast, Mr. Satinder Kumar Bhalla ji. Mr. Bhalla ji, welcome to the broadcast. First of all, sir, we know that the Northeast is vast and it's huge. My first question to you is, what are some of the Northeast policy probably that the government is focusing on at the minute that probably gives that push and says that we are taking the Northeast onto the mainstream?
Thank you for this very interesting question, which is, I think, all the audience would also be interested in knowing that what the present government has done to bring northeastern region, especially the Meghalaya, and into the mainstream. See, the hallmark of the present government's development strategy is based on two pillars. One is Atmanirbhar, and the second one is to make our country Viksit by 2047. So, if you analyze these two things, when we say Atmanirbhar, so Atmanirbhar has two dimensions. One is every citizen of our country becomes Atmanirbhar, that means livelihood.
Correct.
And the other side is dimension is that country as a whole, there is complete ecosystem of industry, non-dependence on other countries for imports, especially in the critical resources. And you know that Meghalaya and northeastern region is very rich in critical minerals. So, this Atmanirbhar and Viksit, they set the tone for you can say developmental strategy within the northeast. And going further, if you say, then our Honorable Prime Minister has come out with Act East and transformation by transportation.
Right.
So, these two things put together, Northeastern Council and the Ministry of Donor, Development of Northeastern Region, they have taken up very you can say strong initiatives since 2014 onwards. Just to give you some figures that in 2014-15, the donor budget used to be around somewhere around 2300 crores, which now has become 5900 crores. It's a jump of 2.5 times.
Wow. Yeah. So we will come to each sector
Yes.
as we go ahead with the interview. I want to ask you one specific question, because when we talk about the government's Northeast policy, does that include, and are we celebrating the region's unique cultural identity as well?
Very, very important thing. If you ask me, Northeast has it's a tribal culture.
Correct.
And the tribals are supposed to have very unique cultural, rich cultural heritage. And that is why Schedule 6 is there. They have been given special status.
True.
So, but since you have asked that how government has done to, you can say, take care of that cultural issues. See, there are many festivals within Northeast. Okay, each festival, whether it is Zero Music Fest, Meghalaya's Cherry Blossom, Assam's Bihu, and Nagaland's that Hornbill. Each state has got so many. Even Meghalaya itself, you have some that Behdi Kalam festival is also there. So wonderful, colorful, those things are there. Government has done, I think, immensely to preserve, promote and celebrate the rich cultural heritage. Northeastern Council itself has invested more than sponsored projects worth 300 crore rupees. And those projects are for constructing cultural complexes, okay, and museums to preserve the art. So, all these type of projects, speaks volume of the government's intent to promote that. Another interesting thing is there is a scheme called as Prasad.
What is Prasad?
That is pilgrimage, rejuvenation and spiritual augmentation drive. It's a new scheme.
Right.
Okay, and under this scheme, if since we are talking about Meghalaya, two key you can say places I can recollect which have been covered under this particular scheme. One is that Nartyang Shakti Peeth, and the second one is I think which is called as Presbyterian Church is this. These two are said to be the famous one. Kali Mata Mandir is also famous in Meghalaya. So these are getting special impetus to be developed as a tourist as well as spiritual tourism. Okay, so there are so many projects which and one final thing which would be of interest to people would be to know that Ministry of Donor has come up with constituted a high level task force on tourism, which consists of 4 chief ministers of northeastern states.
Right.
And interestingly, that member convener of this tourism task force is Chief Minister of Meghalaya. So now you can just see that this now tourism, spiritual tourism, adventure tourism, eco-tourism, you name it, there are so many constituents of that tourism sector which all deal with cultural heritage only. So now if government is coming out with this kind of initiative where 4 chief ministers are driving to take forward that cultural heritage, so you can imagine that in next 10-15 years how much you can say tourism or that spiritual cultural heritage will be able to preserve and celebrate also.
What's interesting is that you've given us this overview, which I believe is so beneficial for the viewers to understand. Now, let's dwell on some of the sectors specifically, and I want to look at connectivity first of all, because just this year we have the first good trains that have hit the state, and that obviously has facilitated a lot of benefits, including economically or otherwise. What all benefits that we can achieve if we expand rail network even further?
One thing which railway network can do wonders for Meghalaya is tourism. Apart from promoting you can say economic growth through industrial interventions, see, tourism is also an industry. If you talk about Meghalaya, there's such a pristine natural beauty throughout the state, and at present we go by petrol driven or you get the diesel driven vehicles, and at the same time you know that the kind of view which people get. I am sitting here, I can see this side, then I miss this side, isn't it? So, but you just imagine a train going through valley, a panoramic train. What kind of experience? It would be at par with Switzerland. The only thing would be that instead of snow, we will enjoy the cloudy.
Correct.
Isn't it? So, just imagine that what the potential railway holds for you can say Meghalaya, other than you can say fueling that industrial growth within the country. If rail network coupled with the road and air connectivity also is required to some extent at certain places. But in my opinion, as early as possible, railway should be spread throughout Meghalaya, wherever technically feasible, because not all places would be feasible, and that is where that link roads and other road highways would become handy in taking people from one place to another place.
Let's still dwell on connectivity, because there's this ambitious project, Akhora Agartala rail line project, which was inaugurated obviously by the Prime Minister of the country and the then Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. What's the current status of the project as we speak, Mr. Bhalla?
This project is you can say something which speaks of the good relations we have with the two nations, and they have come together to, you can say, for people connect as well as act as a trade corridor.
Right.
Okay, so as of now, you can say all the activities within that Indian side is complete. So we have custom checkpost there, border checkpost is there. So and passenger amenities also, everything is on track. Soon we'll see that this prestigious project helps both countries to reap the benefits of this rail connectivity,
Let's shift focus a little bit from connectivity and let's take a look at some of the strategies that are being worked to facilitate and promote, foreign trade here in the Northeast.
See, first thing is the government has appreciated that northeastern region has a very strategic advantage. It's a gateway to ASEAN, Southeast Asian countries.
You're right.
You pass through that. So huge potential. So good thing is that government is working on that. As of now, Northeastern Council has also conducted many capacity building programs, encouraging the exporters to come forward and understand how they can, you can say, leverage this potential of Northeastern region for export. So we have conducted programs in association with the exporters registered with Spice Board. We have conducted many capacity building programs with support of EPIDA. In fact, EPIDA is the nodal agency which conducts so many capacity building programs in Northeastern region to encourage exports. I think as of now, the number of products, I think 26 products, agri products are being exported from this region, and the quantum is also in thousands of crores.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a beginning only. The potential is very high. So just to you can say strengthen this export drive, government has come up with two high-level task forces. This year's initiative of our Minister Donor. So one is about economic corridor. Okay, and the second high-level task force is about logistics and connectivity. Okay, so the neighboring countries, we need to have a very good ecosystem of connectivity, reduce logistic costs, build cold storages, other storage facilities, hub and spoke model, where that processing can also take place, because you can say that the industry is also required, raw materials are here. If value addition takes place here and we are able to supply to neighboring countries and maybe far off countries also through this corridor, it's a win-win for them also and for our country also.
One important sector, Mr. Bhalla, and that is education. All right. When we speak of education in 2022, the Prime Minister himself came to Shillong, inaugurated a few projects and laid foundation stones of some of the important development projects, including the IIM at Umsauli as well. And just recently, the Health Minister also just said that the Shillong Medical College will start operation very soon, which is, in my opinion, a historic milestone already. When we look at education, do you think that Meghalaya has come a long way from its, let's say, humble beginnings?
No doubt about that. In fact, it has exceeded.
Exceeded?
Yes. How? See, today Meghalaya boasts of each discipline academic available here.
Yeah.
NIT is there, engineering. IIM is there for management. You have medical college now. You have National Law University also campus here. Now this year, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs also foundation stone has been laid. You name it. So that means the budding, you can say, businessmen, entrepreneurs or engineers or scientists or teachers of this region as well as across the country, they have opportunities here to pursue the domain of their choice, right, excel in their fields. But this is not just enough. Government is not stopping just here. Providing good academic or higher studies infrastructure is one part. But building an ecosystem where employment opportunities are also there in this region, that is equally important.
Very true.
And the government is working on that also. So this is where we are not just focusing, since you asked, the question was pertaining to that education sector, no doubt Meghalaya is one among, you can say that nicely placed position in the northeastern region, which claims to have all sort of disciplines of higher studies available to the students here. But once that employment opportunities are also there in the NER, you can imagine that what kind of wonders
Yeah.
economy can expect from the talent of this region.
Let's again narrow it down to the NEC at the moment, because there are a few sectors that the NEC is working, and we cannot ignore all of those sectors. Firstly, let's talk about skill development. Secondly, let's talk a little bit about handloom and handicrafts, which is the soul, probably, I would say, of the northeastern states put together. In all of these domains, what is being done by the NEC to ensure that we are promoting these sectors equally at par, probably, with the rest of other states in India?
I am happy to say that NEC has been doing excellent work in this regard. See, we have our own central agencies. Since you talked about handloom, so we have NEHDC, Handloom and Handicraft. There's a specialized agency which promotes clusters, artisans throughout northeastern region, gives them training, arranges material for them, provides them even support for selling their products within the nation, and they are trying to even put in place a platform so that their products are able to get that exported also. Agri, the backbone of which contributes, I think, around 20% of GSDP in this region. So agriculture and horticulture, this we have a specialized sector in Northeastern Council which takes care of this particular sector. And here again we have two specialized central agencies which conduct not just capacity building programs, but many you can say livelihood programs also for the people of this region.
Would you? What's the role of NERCOM then here? Where does NERCOM come?
So NERCOM's role is to promote cooperatives, build clusters, give them training, give them other kind of whatever resources they require, so that they become self-sustaining. Self-help groups. So these are the things. NERAMEC is there, which is into agri only, and they are now coming up with the, you can say, some sort of e-commerce portal where people of NER would be able to just sell. The farmers, they can list their produce. There are people who can just buy that, make payments. So government has got ambitious plans to cut down the intermediaries, so that the maximum value goes to the real farmer, real artisan. NIDFI is also another institution which provides microfinance also, and they have recently tied up with Flipkart to promote the artisans, you can say, products they can sell through Flipkart. So these are, you can say, grassroots level interventions which we are trying to facilitate.
Let's focus a little bit more on tourism, because this is one sector that the government of Meghalaya is also turning its attention to. And when I say tourism, let's comprehensively stress on one thing, which is sustainable tourism, and how important it is for the state in terms of not just bringing footfall, but we also ensure that we maintain and preserve nature at its best.
If you want to promote tourism, somewhere you have to balance out that sustainability gets affected to some extent. But if you are able to compensate that, for example, bio-toilets, restricting the flow of tourists to a particular place in a day, and then giving them more, you can say, staggered kind of opportunities to travel. So government of Meghalaya is also taking many steps in this regard to promote sustainable tourism, and NEC also funds, for example, development of parks, that butterfly parks, that some other type of, you can say, medicinal, you can say, kind of parks. So all those things, lot of initiatives are being taken. Afforestation.
And how important is, let's say, the involvement of local communities in promoting sustainability and
Without
helping
them,
the government.
See, without them, government can achieve nothing.
Right.
So that is where the NGOs or civil societies, they definitely join hands with the government to come forward. See, without their support, nothing is possible.
True.
So that is why the state government as well as us, for example, we have a, you can say, provision to support NGOs which are listed on Darpan portal of Niti Aayog. So they can seek support from us
Right.
for their various activities
True.
in this regard. And we had been funding many such programs, workshops or seminars or maybe drives at the ground level through these NGOs.
So, sir, when we speak of the Prime Minister, his birthday is just around the corner, and he has visited the Northeast in particular more than 70 times, according to reports. All right, and he's come to Shillong in 2016 to attend the 65th plenary session of the NEC,
Yes.
and again in 2022 he visited Shillong again to attend the Golden Jubilee of the NEC. So clearly putting the vision of the Northeast in his heart, and it's right there. Would you agree with me on that?
See, I doubt anybody will not agree. If you ask me, management has certain principles. Okay. See, if Honorable Prime Minister has visited North Eastern region 70 times since taking over charge, what do you expect from others? Members of Parliament have visited NER more than 700 times. Now, from management angle, if the leaders, the political leaders of the country are giving such focused attention to NER, see, the whole bureaucracy will have to, you can say, exceed their expectations. So they are also working day and night to ensure that whatever dream our Honorable Prime Minister has of Viksit Bharat by 2047, become Atmanirbhar, act east, promote trade towards Southeast Asian countries, all those things, you can say definitely the whole state machinery cannot sit just like that. So everyone is trying their level best to contribute.
Wow, well put. Well, my last question for you is, going forward, what economic and social development can Meghalaya in particular expect? Anything in the pipeline that we should be excited about?
So if you ask me, one thing which I am eagerly looking forward to, that is the report of 8 high-level task forces.
Okay.
Okay, because these 8 high-level task force touch upon very crucial aspect of socio-economic development. For example, there is a high-level task force on handloom and handicraft. There is a high-level task force on self-reliance in egg, meat, poultry and these things which are basics, protein-rich kind of things. So just imagine that what government is expecting and trying to achieve. Economic corridor I have already told you, tourism I have already told you, logistic I have told you.
Right.
So there are these 8 high-level task forces. Once they submit their report, I think that roadmap which will come out from these reports, so Meghalaya will definitely have so many, you can say, works that it will keep busy all of us for next 10-20 years, so that we move forward towards realizing our Viksit, you can say, vision. See, there are 2 things which we expect in times to come. One is focus on infrastructure, second is connectivity, and the third is ground level livelihood kind of initiatives.
Right.
All these 3 are covered under the high level task force. So in my opinion, just wait for a few more months, and I'm sure people of northeastern region as well as Meghalaya would be surprised that their political leaders under the able leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, how nicely they have chalked out a roadmap to strengthen the socio-economic status of this state?
Well, it's all about time, and how I can interpret that is that we would just have to wait, and there's a lot in store for all of us, and there's this bright future in the pipeline. Mr. Bhalla, it's been an insightful conversation. Thank you so much for having me in my team, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed being, you can say, questioned by you, because it helps us to also introspect.
Thank you, sir.